Hello there, my name is Hocus, and today I am coming to you from a very rainy, a very drab. It looks dull today, doesn't it, the RambleCraft server? It looks very dull today, and you know what? I've been experiencing similar weather in real life, so I guess today is just a day for rain. Reminds me a lot of home, of Britain, where it rains 99.72% of the time is probably an accurate number. So I'm used to it, you know, great weather for ducks. Anyway, if you were with me for the last episode, episode 7, you will recall that we laid out some plans to make some more money over in the shopping district. So over here, I was about to describe our location, but relatively speaking, I don't really know how I would describe it. We're probably couple hundred blocks away from our house, and we've set up a nice little cow farm, which we are hopefully going to exploit for leather, for beef, for all that good stuff, and that is exactly what we're going to be providing in our shop. But wait, things have changed. Yes, they have. Things have changed. So if you didn't watch episode 7, then first of all, you should go back, check it out, maybe watch at least a few minutes of it so that you can get a general recap, and then come back, and then you will understand that the design has changed very well. Actually, no, it's not very different, is it? It's kind of the same, just a little bit different, but I've also added in some redstone. So we've got a nice little circuit here at the back that I will showcase right now for you, because this is actually going to be the first time that I've properly tested this thing as well. So I think what we want to do is have a quick way to get up to the top, and then I need some wheat, which we have on us. I'm going to turn the farm on, and that can be done by hitting this button here. Oh, did you like that? Sound of water. So you may already be predicting what's going to happen. So when we hold the wheat, are we able to breed these guys? Okay, I think that makes things a little bit easier, because in the last episode, a difficulty that I was having, or this might have been between the last episode and now, a difficulty I was having was that I was unable to breed the cows because there were just so many of them in a 1-block space. But I think if you have the water in there, it makes things slightly easier because they kind of bob around a little bit. Like, this is what you're looking for, really. You don't always get that, but that is kind of what you're looking for. We then should be able to turn this off. And I'm hoping that the babies just worm their way out of here somehow and fall down into the basement that we've got set up below. Oh, no. I have to be honest, I haven't seen much movement of babies here. I haven't seen many falling down into the cracks. I did try this method as well. I was kind of using the wheat to try to bait them, but all that seems to do is make the cows in the basement gather underneath you. Not necessarily a bad thing, I guess, because I did want to go down here and just see if we've got any babies. And it does look like we do, so I'm figuring that some of them did fall down here because there wouldn't be babies down here for any other reason. So it looks like some of them did make their way down. But definitely improvements be made again with the farm design. It's just something I fail to seem to get right. And I had a lot of comments asking me why I was doing it this way, because it seems very overcomplicated and there are much easier ways to make a simple farm. But like I explained to a few of you guys that did ask the question, I've got content to produce, right? So sometimes it's better to overcomplicate and overdo things simply for the video. And that's the reason why I tried to do it this way, because I wanted it to be able to be a build as well as a farm. I didn't want it to be oversimplified. So hopefully we can make something of this. If not, then I guess I might just leave it there as kind of like a relic of our mistakes. And we'll go with something a little bit more basic. But for now, I guess we'll make do with what we've got. And there are so many cows around here anyway. I can always breed them up in other ways. I guess one of those ways could be this, right? We could just come down here and kind of spam wheat on all of the adult cows that we've got down here. That should produce some babies. And then this area is where they will remain until we slaughter them for their wares, and that will be what we sell. Anyhow, never mind the cow farm. We can always get back to that and get it up and running at some point down the road. The plan for today's episode was always to get the shop built. So that is what I'm going to be aiming for in this episode of the RambleCraft SMP series. So first of all, right now, we are just picking up a little bit of material because we're going to need something to build this shop out of. And I'm going to, I think, be using oak logs as a base and a few other materials, those of which I haven't exactly decided yet. But I know one of them is going to be stone brick, I'm pretty sure. And with that knowledge, that leads us to build up this little shulker box. Now, I know there isn't a lot in there because I really don't have too much in terms of stone and stone bricks. So I'm going to bring a bunch of cobblestone. We can always smelt more stone if we need it. I'm bringing some leaves. I figured I could get some use out of these. Of course, wood can be transformed into many, many different building blocks. So we've got a bunch of that here. And then I figured lanterns might be a good source of light based on the build that we're going for. So I'm going to scoop that guy up. And before we head over there, not forget to yoink, grab ourselves some diamonds so that we can pay for our plot of land once we make it over to the shopping district. As is customary, before we do any sort of building over here, let us check the shop for profits. Okay, 16, very good. Another 5, 21. Another single, 22, and anything else. Ooh, 4 in here, very good. 26. Name tags, we didn't restock. Silk Touch, still no sales. All right, that's awesome though. I didn't really expect to make any profits today, and we did. 26 diamonds. Oh yeah. Oh boy, with our newfound fortune, we have to use Hudlin's lucky lotto store again. Now he's upgraded it since last time. We've got some flashing lights now, so that's pretty nice. It looks more like a casino. Each shulker is a gamble. You feeling lucky? A little bit of a typo there, Hudlin. You feeling lucky? Each shulker is 1 diamond block, but could be worth a lot. Shulkers valued at 50 to 0 diamonds. Some break even, some the lesser. Mega jackpot is 2 diamond blocks, 3 shulkers, and an elytra. Oh, that sounds good. Good luck, my friends. May the odds be in your favor. Now, which one do we choose? Are all of the others bought out? They are. Okay. So this either could be a good sign for us or a bad sign. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go for this one right here. All right, so there's our diamond block. Oh, there we go. Got to break it. Could be worse. What? Unbreaking 3, diamond. This is nice. Packed ice. I actually think that that is worth it alone. Not going to lie. Shulkers. So we got 2 shulker boxes there. I've got to do another one. We'll take this one as well, I guess. Gimme. Sub to Huddy. Oh man, this one's actually, again, the packed ice is great. Everything else, I guess slime blocks are worth quite a bit at the moment, due to there only being 1 shop for them. All right, I guess that's not crazy bad, is it? It's also not crazy good, but the shulker boxes are decent. The packed ice is also very good, and we just made a bunch of diamonds from our store, so I'm not really too fussed about using that money. Anyway, I've been searching around for the perfect location to build our shop, and I think I found it. Right here on this intersection is where we're going to be. And I guess we'll just kick things off here with a little bit of terrain manipulation. Rain, go away, come again another day. I beg of you. There's more rain on the server, but we have cleared out our lot in the shopping district. Aside from this 1 mushroom block, which I somehow missed, but we'll get to that at some point down the line. So let's make a few plans as to what we're going to do here. So I kind of want like a barn theme for this build, just because of what we're selling and what is associated with that item. So let's maybe begin like right here. Then this will be the main part of the barn. So let's make it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna say 6 wide, and then I will take this all the way back, maybe the length of the plot. So we'll start 1 block in at the back of the plot as well. So that will be the size of our barn. And then I want like a little side piece on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's gonna start somewhere around the midway point. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe around here be a good idea. So we'll have like a little side piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just mark it out like this. And of course, we don't have to fit exactly within these bounds, but the closer we get to that, the better, I would say. Okay, yep, this is a good place to start. And then most of this is going to take place off camera because I don't have concrete plans once again, but we'll surely come up with something as we go here. I have no doubt about it. All right, guys, welcome back to the video. I thought it was nighttime for a quick update. So this is the front facade of the barn. I've been working on this for, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes now. So we're probably running a little bit behind schedule with how quickly we should be building this. But getting the front done is always good because building the sides will probably be a repeated pattern. So that will be nice and simple. And the barn isn't going to be that big anyway. But the front was kind of the main thing because I want it to look good from the outside, obviously. So let's take a little hike up these stairs here. and just have a view of it. Yeah, not too bad, right? Not too bad. And again, using Google Images for inspiration is always a good way to go, guys. If you ever need inspiration for a Minecraft build, Google Images is the place to go, I promise. Anyway, let's continue working, and I will bring you back in for some more periodic build updates. Another small update, and we're going to do some building on camera together here. So I've split up the barn into 3 segments on the sides. We've got a 3 wide gap, a 4 wide gap, and then another 3 with a few pillars in between. I think that'll look pretty good. So on the middle one, I want the design to be a little bit more extravagant, maybe have like a window or something so you can see inside of the barn. And this is one design I've came up with. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. But I'm thinking that on the other side, we could try out something else and maybe have 2 separate designs and just see which one we like the best out of both. So on this side, I'm going to try and focus more on using stone brick because this was one of my original ideas, was to use stone brick for the build. So we'll begin by mixing in some of the cracked stuff, and the cracked always is a good addition. Whenever making a build, if you can get 2 textures like this that are very similar and blend them together, it always looks pretty good. So I'd advise strongly that you test that out for yourself when building. Is that the sun going down again? Oh, wow. The days are flying by at the moment in Minecraft. Okay, I think I like the stair idea, so having a couple of stairs at the top there, just for an extra bit of depth and detail. I think that's a good addition, so we'll stick with that. I'm also going to make myself a couple more fences so that we can actually fill this window in. And then again, I actually did like the idea of having trapdoors down the outside, but how about on this one, we test out what things would look like with some spruce trapdoors. Maybe that would be an idea for this side, just to mix things up a bit. So we'll go like this, maybe. All right, okay. But if we do that, then I'm thinking that we actually switch these out and maybe go with oak, just so there isn't too much spruce on this side. And then again, I kind of had like some support stairs in the corners, and I think that once more, that is a good enough idea. So we'll stick with it. So we've got supports in the corners. Now it's all about deciding which one I like the most out of the both of them. So we've got this one that incorporates stone brick a little bit more alongside the spruce trapdoors. And then on the far side, we've got this design which incorporates stripped oak, oak trapdoors, but instead we've got all spruce in the middle. Oh, this is a tough choice actually, guys. I think we've done a good job on both sides. It's just about which one I like more. And I think that we're gonna go with this guy right here because I also have preliminary plans to have sort of a strut that goes all the way through the side like this as well. And I think with those support beams or these corner supports, that would actually just add a little bit extra to the build. Yeah, you know what? I definitely do like this side more. So let's go ahead and switch this side up to match. Check it out, guys. Check it out. This is the final rendition of the barn, and I have to say I'm very, very pleased with the results that we've got. So we added our little side piece, nothing too over the top for that. It just was an addition to make up some space. And then we've got some nice little window type things in the roof there. I filled in all of the sides. The front is looking relatively the same. Other side, again, pretty similar to the side that we just looked at. And then the back end is a replica of the front, except without the doors. But yeah, like I say, very pleased with this build, and it's worked out once again. So next steps are to add a few extra details. We need to make sure that we have got space to actually put down our items that we're going to sell. But I also want to do a little bit of path work. Now, here's a question. If I make this a path block, will it destroy the door? Okay, so there's no choice to even make it a path block, so I guess that is that question answered. Maybe we'll change the flooring then inside of the barn. I'm not particularly sure what we'll change it to, but I was going to have a few path blocks in there, but maybe not so much anymore. But I will have a few going around the outside of the build, I think, especially going up towards the side barn thing here. So I kind of go randomly and then spread it out a bit on the inside. And then in this little side piece, I wanted to just have some hay bales, I thought. Something like that would be good so that it looks like we got food here to feed whatever is living inside of the barn, which won't be anything, obviously. But nevertheless, it's always good to tell some sort of a story with your build. So we'll go with that, I think. Should I make more of this path? I don't know. I'll probably finish this up off camera and we'll maybe take it a bit closer to the edge of the building as well in certain areas like that. And I was thinking that for the remainder of the build, we'll just use some bone meal to kind of figure it out. So Again, I'm very limited on bone meal though. That's my only issue here, but I can find more. So again, maybe something we can look at off camera a little bit further, because I did want a few extra pieces here. But that's okay for now. So what I'm going to do next is just ensure that these finer details, such as this block here, and anything else that might need a slight mix-up are fixed. And then we'll find something else to do, because there is a lot to get done in this episode if we can get through it, such as stocking the store, restocking our merchant caravan, so on and so forth. And actually, there you go, guys. Just a quick checkup so that you can see the final product. This is what I've gone with, and I think we'll leave it right there. I love how vivid the green looks in this biome as well. So I think altogether, great build. Now let's get on with something else. Okay then, guys, we are back over at the cow farm, and you saw in that last clip that I cleared out all of the cows down in the basement area because I want to do a proper test to see if this works. So with 0 cows down there, we can see exactly how many are making it through the system. So better turn that on first, hadn't we? So that we can actually breed these guys. And I'm guessing it makes a difference. I'm pretty sure it does. Oh, yeah, you've got to crouch as well. That's another thing. But you can kind of just spam the wheat and eventually you get all of them. Okay, I can hear some going down there already, so that is a good sign, but we will take an extra specific look at the end. So we're good to shut this off, get the cows back into position, and then I'll give it a few more seconds and just see if any more drop down into the basement layer. I've given it a minute or so, and I think that'll be long enough, so let's take a look. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I guess that's not really a bad return, is it, if you think about it? So what have we got here? We've got 10 cells, and I believe that there are a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 4 cows in each cell. So you'd be expecting, I guess, between 10 and 15 cows, somewhere around that area. So I would say 8 isn't too bad. Now let's try again with the wheat and see if we can kind of prompt any of the babies to walk towards us and get out of there. Or actually, you know what? You know what might make a difference? Let's turn the water on for a second. And let them bobble around a little bit and just see if that moves the babies around at all. Because I think sometimes what happens is they get stuck in between the legs of the adult cows. So I don't know if that water will allow them to move around a little bit. Yeah, I see a baby right there, but he doesn't appear to be able to move at all. Come on. Yeah, no, he doesn't look like he's able to move too much. All of these look clear. Okay, there's definitely a baby in there. I can see his little head at the bottom. And again, doesn't look like he wants to move. Another change made here at the cow farm. I've actually set up a second set of cells, and this didn't take too long, actually. I just copied the design across. The worst part about it was getting the cows in. That's always a bit of a pain in the butt, but once they're in, it's all good and we are all squared away. So we've got the same basement layer down there. So I think I'm just going to breed them up. But before we do that, I killed all of the cows that were down in this basement. And this is what we've got so far. I'm not sure what sort of prices we're going to go with. I'm thinking like maybe 1 diamond per stack of raw beef. And maybe like a diamond per half a stack of leather. I'm not entirely sure though. We will figure that out a little bit on down the road. So let's hit the water button, and that will now make both sides work. So they're both in action at the moment, and we can begin the breeding process as we normally would. That's the breeding taken care of. Now we can switch the water off, and let's see how many of our little friends made it through the gaps here. So this one I can see immediately, I think still has a baby in, but down below, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 so far, which isn't great, but just keep in mind that this farm here has only got 2 cows in each cell, so obviously the numbers are going to be significantly lower. And then on this side, what have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it's improving, right? And that is probably because every time we do this, let's see if I can get any down here. Every time we do this, if the babies don't exit their little cell here, then they will just remain in there until they grow into adult cows. And then that makes them available for the next round of breeding, which then produces more numbers, resulting in more cows down here. So I think that's the reason why that's happening. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to force any more down here. I was also considering as well maybe linking up the 2 basement areas, but I haven't come to a conclusion about whether or not I'm going to do that yet. So we'll just leave it as it is for now. But yeah, we've got 10 more breeding cells, which is gonna further our pursuit of raw beef and leather for our new store. As you guys probably know, when it comes to harvesting wheat in this game, you get an awful lot of seeds compared to the wheat that you harvest. So I've made a little contraption, so technical, so very technical, to take care of our seed issue. So you feed the seeds in, they go into the hopper, into the composter. Once the composter produces the bone meal, it feeds it into this chest here, so that's how I'm doing that, getting rid of our seeds. And it's freed up a bunch of space in these chests. They were basically full due to the seeds. I've also began smelting up some steak, because the steak is what we're going to sell, not the raw steak. I don't think anybody's going to want to buy this. But this stuff, on the other hand, is one of the best foods in the game, so I'm sure we could get some buyers for the steak. And then if we take a look in this chest, this is the total of everything that we've got so far. So if I go by the prices that I defined earlier in the episode, it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 diamonds worth of leather. Then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 diamonds worth of beef. So in total, that will be 15 diamonds. And of course, we have to split profits with our good friend Chase. So we'll be making about 7.5 diamonds each out of this setup so far. So we need to greatly improve it, but that will come in a different episode of the RambleCraft SMP, I'm sure, because I want to spend the rest of this episode restocking our trade caravan and also getting the stock actually into our cow shop. So we're going to take all of the full stacks that we have, replenish the ones that aren't full. So this beef can stay here for the moment, but we will be waiting on this to smelt, and then we'll take it over there. But I should probably craft some barrels to go in there, because I think barrels are going to be the... Or should we use chests? Yeah, how about let's use chests for this one instead? Just since we used barrels last time. So we're going to be looking at 1, 2... I think 3 chests in total, because I want to sell... that's not how you craft chests, Hocus. Come on. Think about it. There we go. Because I want to also sell item frames, I think, in this shop. So how should we price those? Maybe... So if it's half a stack for 1 diamond, half a stack of leather for 1 diamond, maybe we should price the item frames at, let's say... So if we did like 32 leather, that's a diamond's worth right there. How about we did 24 item frames per 1 diamond? I think that's a fair price, because you're also incorporating the sticks into that pricing. So I think that works. All right, then let's get these chests in place and these items in stock. So now this is where building evenly is bad, because there's going to be no center. We've got 3 chests. So where am I going to put them? Perhaps we'll do something like this. We'll have 2 there and 1 there. And then we're going to have our item frames above those chests, like so. The item frames we're going to sell are going to be right here, because they're kind of separate, right? So the leather and the beef come directly from the cows, and the item frames are crafted using the items that they drop. So we'll separate it in that way. I think that makes sense. And then in this chest here, the leather chest, we're just going to split these into stacks of 32. And they are going to be 1 diamond per 32. So we'll do a little arrangement like so. And then the steak are going to be 64 per 1 diamond. So we can separate them like so. And then the item frames are going to be 24. So we want to get rid of a couple of these and just pop those in the middle. Obviously, we'll add stock to this as we go, but this should do the trick for now. And then there was one final thing I wanted to do. Thank you, Dev, for sleeping. I appreciate that. I want to grab us a couple of signs to go up here. So let's break down another log. Do something like that. And then we're going to pin this sign up. Where should we pin it up? Maybe on the side here. Right there will do the trick. Yeah, that should do the trick. So the cow barn, suppliers of steak and leather. We've got a name and we've got a short description of what we sell so that people know what to expect before they head inside. I think that will be perfect. And I will obviously consult Chase about this because he does have some sort of role to play in the shop and everything that goes on surrounding the farming of the cows and the selling of their products. But I'm sure he'll be happy enough with this. And whilst I think of it, let us not forget this. We must pay our dues for our space in the shopping district. Okay guys, I will be looking to close this video out in just a second here. But before I do so, I just wanted to indicate that I took some time off camera to restock the merchant caravan. And we're getting a little bit of lag on the server here at the moment. Don't know why that is, but everything's back in stock. So hopefully we can start making some more sales here. I also want to quickly make note of the fact there may be some blur put into this video earlier on, just because there is a build in that direction just opposite our new shop that I don't think is being featured on camera yet. So I don't know if I should show you guys that in my video just yet, just in case. So we might add some blur in at some point, and that will be the reason why we've done that. Alright then guys, welcome back to this episode of the RambleCraft SMP for the last time for today. I hope you had fun with this one. Again, awesome fun making this video, and I love building, so this was one of my favorite episodes in recent times actually, because I'm really proud of what we came up with. I kind of guess I haven't really built this type of thing before, so it's always good to get some new experience as well. And we've obviously got more potential to make profit here on the server as well, and that's always a good thing. But we do have to remember that 50% of all of the profits from the shop do go to CHASETER, so I will deal with all of the profits. He doesn't need to worry. I'll make sure he gets his cut, but we're going to be splitting it evenly, so he'll get some, I'll get some, everybody's going to be happy. All right then guys, if you did enjoy this episode today, please drop a like down below. That would be much appreciated. Any questions, suggestions, comments, or feedback should go in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to respond to the ones that I feel need a response. So make sure you let me know anything at all that might come to mind. And then finally, if you are new to the channel, first of all, welcome. My name's Hocus. I hope you enjoyed your stay today. Please consider hitting that red subscribe button down below to stay tuned to this series. I've also got a single player LP series, which is a lot of fun that you might enjoy as well. So make sure to check that out. But guys, that is going to be all from me today. Take care. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.